How many of you notice when there are, and I don't know if I should say this, when it's have you ever heard of the flu season? Right? There's the flu season. And whether or not you get your flu shots, that's up to you. But have you ever noticed that people, when the flu season comes around, they just seem to always get sick? Or the cold and sickness season. It didn't used to be, when I was growing up, there was no flu season, but it was the cold, get sick season. And it was really fascinating to me, it still is, that people, I guess it's the flu season, so it must be time to get sick. Now, is there anything special about August to December for an increase in the likelihood that we'll get sick? I mean, is there anything we're doing that increases that likelihood for that season?
Giving people the flu shot and exposing that germ out to the world.
Okay, that might be. I think we're going indoors more, for sure, so we're not getting as much vitamin D.
I think a lot of it has to do with environment. A lot of people don't exercise as much in the winter months as they do in the summer months, so their immune system isn't as heightened.
Could be. I mean, it could be. I'm not saying that there's no environmental things, but it's really interesting to me how, and if somebody gets sick, they'll say, I'm going to be sick for the next 6 weeks. And sure enough, they are.
And now with Dr. Google, they can have all kinds of illnesses. Oh, I think I have.
Yeah.
Let me look. I have these symptoms you might have.
Yeah, I mean, we could take this a long ways, and I've read some authors who really have, where if you say to yourself, I am, and then fill that in with whatever it is, dyslexic, I am a phobic of this, I am whatever, you've pretty much decided, your subconscious mind does not know that that's a good or a bad thing. It just is being told, here's what a dyslexic person or a depressed person or fill in the blanks. Now, I'm not saying it's a one-to-one relationship, but if we feed it this way, the likelihood of us experiencing that skyrockets. Whereas if we'd rather not have those things, is there a way to make it so that we're feeding our subconscious mind in a way that supports us not having that experience? Okay?
It'd be interesting to look at studies going back to folks of our generation, because when I was growing up, and even my grandparents, girls couldn't be doctors, girls couldn't be firemen,
Right.
Girls couldn't be policemen. They had to be nurses in white caps, they had to be mothers, they had to be teachers.
They didn't see themselves as even a
They weren't allowed
possibility.
to be, right? So
Right.
I wonder if that's changed over the generations, where then we changed to you can be whatever you want. Did we empower that belief where it used to be
Yeah.
you can't be, or you were that outlier? If you were a girl and you tried to be a fireman, you were the outlier.
Right. And it was just the beliefs that stopped them. Here, last thing, Bannister. Roger Bannister. What was he super famous for? Roger Bannister. What?
I know this.
Come on, really? Nobody remembers Roger Bannister? Roger Bannister was the first one to run the mile in less than 4 minutes. What did people think prior to him running the mile in 4 minutes? What did they think was going to happen to the human body if it ran any faster? They thought you were going to explode. They thought really bad thing. They said, this is a really bad thing. And nobody hit that. And finally, Roger Bannister did. And then what happened within weeks? Several people ran sub 4 minute miles. As soon as the belief that that was possible was changed from nobody can do this to, maybe somebody can, then suddenly a lot of people did. And I think that's the very thing that you're talking about, Kathy, is as soon as we have a collective belief or even an individual belief, oh, I can do this. And that's one of the reasons why I think technology is just exploding right now, is because people are going, wait a minute, maybe I can. Wait a minute, maybe I can. These limiting beliefs of, oh, you can only make things so small. Then get into quantum physics and suddenly there's like tons of levels smaller that they can create technology out of. It's just really amazing.